What is up, gamers? Welcome back to episode number 22 of Ace Attorney, the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. In last episode, we discovered that Mr. McGilded might actually not be the murderer. Bro might be innocent. It might be the two dorks that are up on the top, and the dude fell from the bottom, or fell from the top to the bottom.
So, without further ado, let's get started here.
We need to hear these assholes' testimony. And all I can do is keep pushing forward. Bro was throwing it back in the last episode. I hope he doesn't do that shit again. Alright. We were the only two people up on that roof deck. Dead or alive, I can swear to that.
If it didn't happen while we were sitting, don't you think one of the other of us would have noticed?
In any case, neither of us know the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man. Yeah, there he is. You see him doing that shit? What the fuck?
The school light was shut the entire time, I tell you. We couldn't possibly have opened it.
It's also the victim fell through the sky, right? Where's your proof?
I must say that listening to this testimony, it's somewhat hard to imagine how either witness could have performed any malevolent act on this open rooftop deck without the other noticing forthwith.
That's right, you see.
What is it, I tell you? And then logically, of course, the argument falls down if the two of you were in collusion with each other.
What?
According to investigations by Scotland Yard, the two witnesses show no common dealings.
Ha! Well, I don't trust coppers any more than I trust the stinking rich.
Something doesn't feel right here. The trial's going in our favor, really. So why do I feel so uneasy?
Counsel for the defense, over to you. Your cross-examination, please.
Oh, yes, my lord. So here's what I'm thinking, bro. I'm thinking I just use the fucking walkthrough. I'm thinking I just use the walkthrough, bro, on the realest shit. And what I've discovered is somewhere on the skylight edge, there's blood. Somewhere. Let me go inside. But it's on the inside or the outside? I don't see any blood, actually. Just the walkthrough is a bunch of bunk. What does it say to do? Press testimony. No, that's not it. Present the omnibus? Wait, there's... Open the door. Open the door. Yeah, I do not see any fucking blood, dude. There's supposed to be blood on the edge of the door? Literally fucking where? Cause you don't see it there. You can see it there. Alright, what did it say? I don't know what, like, part I'm at. So you never met the thrice-fired Mason?
Oh, no, not once, never.
He's never met the man before, he said. Never.
And you, Mr. First, had no prior dealings with the victim either?
That's right, sir. That does not have much to do with brickmakers, to be perfectly honest, sir. No, I imagine not.
You see? How many different ways can I put this?
Neither of us have the remotest connection to the gentleman inside the cabin.
Excuse me.
Okay, now I know exactly where we're at. Did Witness's last statement give you pause for thought somehow?
Not the remotest connection. Is that right now? I wonder.
What are you insinuating now?
Ah, Mr. Fairplay, it has been too long, so it has.
Eh?
If I'm not much mistaken, I believe 'tis fast approaching, is it not? Your repayment date.
I beg your pardon?
You borrowed 20 guineas from me, sir.
An unconscionable rate of interest. You tricked me. It's extortion.
Well now, is that a touch of begrudgery, is it? The sort of begrudgery that might motivate a fellow to pass his crimes off on another?
Ah,
And young Mr. First. Me, sir? What do you want with me, sir? You do be making hats for a living, do you not? That there top sliding on your head? One of your own creations, is it? Oh, well, I'm just an apprentice, you understand. I'm learning to find the perfect fit for whatever fine gent walks through the door. The perfect fit, is it? Well, 'tis a very distinctive design, so it is. Many customers like it, I tell you. They like a distinctive touch. Customers, such as thrice-fired Mason. Oh, there is a photographic print of the victim submitted as evidence of before, my lord. This, you mean? I can't help thinking the poor fellow's hat looks distinctly familiar, wouldn't you say? Oh, that's one of my hats. Aye, that it is. It would seem the brickmaker was a customer of yours. The sort of customer I'd wager you'd have a wee quarrel over the distinctiveness of the goods. No, sir, absolutely not, sir. Well, there's nothing more to add. It wouldn't be right to say the two fellas here haven't the remotest connection to the victim, you see. I rest my case.
you wait on.
He's better at this than I am. Is that why he just said that he wanted us to just be the lawyer? Because he could just take it from there? He's like, yeah, you can just like sit in there, you don't do nothing. And we're like, okay, well, we can't just do nothing.
Gosh, Mr. McGillicud's certainly been thorough in his research, hasn't he?
Please, don't let me, little interruption, hold up the proceedings. Wait, what did I just get? Wait, hold on. Only 50% of players got having identified the milliner responsible for the victim's hat? This seems like something you have to fucking do. Whatever. Okay, so then after that, I press testimony 4. Quite certain about that. The skylight was shut the entire time?
I'm going to lose my puck with you in a minute.
He's going to lose his rap with you in a minute, that's what he said.
Take a look for yourself. Go on. You see? He shot fast now, just like it was on the night.
So it is. Of course, a fellow the size of Mr. Mason could likely break right through it. Still in all.
Oh!
Just looking at the size of the thing, you understand.
Now, you hold on a minute there, sir. The size of a thing means nothing. Not in this town. Let's consider the bigger picture here, shall we?
Stop biting our cane, shall we?
I was running down the bus on another occasion when, well, I broke wind. Seriously. I was riding the bus and I shocked myself if it as it happens. There's an unexpected confession, Mr. First. I just mean to say, well, the point is I tried to open the skylight, you see.
Damn, Stinky.
But just my luck, I couldn't make it budge. The stench is terrible. Everyone was looking daggers at me, so I went red as rouge ID.
Why would you say that?
I'm not expecting me to sentence you. No, sir. The point is, the skylight can't be opened. I tried and tried, and I was inside the cabin of shame.
Excuse me.
You have something to say about that, Miss Lestrade? Miss Lestrade.
It opens.
Hmm?
The skylight. That's what we're talking about, right?
Oh, not the gun. Not the gun. Why are we letting her charge it up?
All them skylights open dead easy.
More easily than you can load that weapon?
That's a lie, I tell you. Otherwise, then I'd break wind, aye. You can't do it from inside, you mug.
That's crazy.
Look, a few weeks ago, I was up on the roof deck one of them drags, and I had a grey hole. I had persons coming out of my ears. Miss Lestrade, this is not the forum to be eulogising with the subject of your criminal activities. Anyway, I had a bit of a scare. When I lifted the bloke's purse, he got wise to me. All four of them surrounded me, and I couldn't top off the boss and leg it. So what I did was I used a skylight. I opened the catch and jumped right through.
What?
You had to catch them skylights on the top side. That's why you couldn't open it from the cabin.
Skylight opens from the roof deck.
Bailiff! Climb up onto the roof with the omnibus at once and verify the witness's claims. Oh, my hat! See?
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Oh no, oh no, oh no! Sure, it appears the street girl's statement is quite true.
I don't believe it. The skylight opens and from the roof deck.
Mr. Naruhodo, this could be the clue that we've been looking for. Well, counsel the defense, please continue your cross-examination.
Yes, my lord. So skylight opens. Perhaps I should investigate for myself. Okay. So that's where I examine. So now I get it. You had to prove that it could open. We open it. And then if we just rotate that, you can see the blood that was stuck in there. You certainly see inside the carriage this opening, that's for sure.
Yes, and there's a lamp in the enclosed cabin, so I'm sure the witnesses would have been able to see quite clearly.
It's not good for us. Wait, are you shitting me right now? You're gonna comment in the blood? Oh, open the door and examine the skylight. Hold on. Alright, go on, go on. So where was it? Yeah.
Yes, it does open very wide, doesn't it? Wide enough to kick someone like you through, certainly, Mr. Naruhodo.
Why someone like me? What is it?
Look, just here, look at this!
That's, without question,
It's blood!
why would there be a blood stain there?
Surely, it can't be related to the case, can it?
The details in the omnibus have been updated in the court record. Oh, no way. So now I can just present it.
Objection.
On the night in question, the victim was fatally stabbed in the stomach, and immediately afterwards, the victim's body was pushed through the skylight into the cabin below. Those are the facts, and the irrefutable proof remains clearly visible in the omnibus that stands before us today in this very courtroom.
What? That's not a humbug. You can't possibly have any evidence.
No, you can't. I mean, we didn't do it, I'll tell you. It's impossible.
Irrefutable proof here in this courtroom.
Counsel? I believe everyone would appreciate a little clarification here. What exactly within the omnibus is the evidence to which you allude?
Alright, I got you, bro. I got you. Oh, my bad. I forgot I have to present it.
Got it.
There we go.
By Jupiter! Is that blood?
This blood stain proves two things. Firstly, when the incident occurred, the skylight of the omnibus was open.
What?
And secondly, the victim was already bleeding when he fell through the opening.
Oh my!
And so it follows that Mr. McGilded, who was inside the enclosed cabin himself at the time, cannot possibly be guilty of this crime.
No!
No!
No! Hold on!
Hold it.
Hold it! But the blood could have sprayed up there when the fella was stabbed inside the cabin.
And only found its way to that one particular spot in the skylight? Sure, that would be very convenient.
Yeah.
And let's keep in mind the skylight catch can only be unfastened from the roof deck. I myself wouldn't have been able to open it now, would I? But, there's no way to know for certain, is there? It isn't really far through the skylight, I mean. Why don't you have a good look at the floor of the cabin between the two seats, Mr. First? 'Tis all too plain, if you see. There's the aftermath that shows the poor fella dropped from a fair height there, so it is.
What? No!
But it can't be. It's all lies!
Hold it! My fellow jury members. I think we can all agree this is clear proof of the defendant's innocence, can't we?
I believe we can, yes, sir. It's clear to me now where the filthy rubbish can be found in this courtroom. So, they thought they could pull a wool over me eyes, did they?
I won't tolerate any of the guild's carriages being sullied with blood. I won't tolerate it.
I always knew that nice gentleman who gave us that delightful park couldn't have done such a thing.
On three then. Everyone. 1, 2, 3.
Objection.
Woo!
Chilling performance, Mr. McGilded.
Oh, and what would you be referring to there now, Lord Van Zeeks?
A bloodstain on the frame of the skylight. Such evidence is null and void.
What? Why?
For one extremely simple reason. That smear of blood never existed.
Objection? What are you even talking about? It's there for all to see, and it's clearly blood.
Objection. I personally attended Scotland Yard's investigation of the omnibus. The officers involved went over the carriage with a fine-toothed comb. So I can state with absolute surety, no such smear of blood existed in the carriage.
Well, my daddy works for Nintendo, and he said he's gonna ban your Microsoft account if you don't stop calling me names. And I'm the only one who knows anything about the game, so you have to listen to me. I hate you. I hate you with a fucking passion.
At least not until this trial began.
But, what are you suggesting, Lord Van Zeeks? This stain of blood was...
Fabricated, my lord, yes. And while this court has been in session...
What? Fucking hogwash, dude. Eat shit.
What a palaver. I must say I didn't expect such crude reasoning from a prosecutor of your standard, Lord Van Zeeks. But I'm Magnus McGilded, a fellow known all over the capital for his fine contributions to public life. I don't take kindly to slander, and I'll fight it to the bitter end. Even if it's rolling off the tongue of the Reaper or the Bailey.
Mr. McGilded, I realize this is your first appearance in court as the accused. However, I'm well aware of your involvement behind the scenes in many great affairs of dubious nature. You're very adept when it comes to avoiding getting your own hands dirty. And each time it happens that a case you're involved in is investigated, you adapt the facts.
Adapt the facts? What does that even mean? Not more alcohol, bro's drunk as shit, just making things up.
When you wield a fortune the size of Mr. McGilded's, however ill-gotten it may be, nothing is impossible. Tampering with evidence, manipulating the scene of a crime, bribing the witnesses. I toast your ability to concoct the most convenient of stories, sir.
Tut, Lord Van Zeeks. This will not do, to be sure. Will it now, counsel?
Oh, no.
I think it fair to say, this does all sound like a rather far-fetched excuse by a desperate man. The blood in the skylight didn't exist, ye say. But if yous all cast your minds back, is it not true the omnibus has been there in the courtroom the entire time? How could anyone have possibly put a smear of blood in it when without the world and his wife seeing? Isn't that right now, Counsel.
What about the fucking smoke screen, idiot? Wait, what did I say? It's true, the omnibus was in full view the entire time the court's been in session.
My learned friend. Here's to hearing your own opinion on this matter in your own words.
As you wish. Did someone have tampered with the omnibus during the trial? Yeah, it's gotta be during the smoke screen. Defense lawyer, it's my job to advocate for the defense as best I can. But still, there's something even more important at stake here. There's no evidence to suggest the defendant did as my learned friend suggests. However, in terms of having the opportunity to carry out the alleged tampering, there's one possibility.
Oh, good gracious! Explain yourself, Counsel.
Yeah.
Yes, there is. It seems my learned bunny's friend has no intention of running from this deceit.
Deceit?
I'm sure everyone still remembers clearly the recess that we were forced to take. As a result of the smoke grenade fired by the witness currently in the stand, Miss Gina Lestrade. Bang. What's going on?
Be careful, Mr. Arahudo. Cover your face.
Bailiff, don't let the accused escape. Secure the omnibus.
I hereby call an emergency recess. Bailiff, ensure the defendant is in custody and clear the courtroom.
The courtroom was filled with smoke and everyone was thrown into confusion.
All of us are ready to leave this chamber.
In that brief interval under this veil of smoke and all of the chaos, it could have been possible to steal inside the omnibus. But who gives a shit?
Are you wise? What are you trying to pull, ye rotten feckless gouger?
Feckless gouger?
You're supposed to be defending me. 'Tis a wicked plot. 'Tis a plot to undermine me, so it is.
Objection. Whatever you think this is, it changes nothing. The facts are the same. After this courtroom was evacuated earlier as a result of the smoke grenade, a number of inconsistencies materialized in relation to the omnibus.
Inconsistencies such as?
To start with, the storage compartment underneath the rear passenger seat. When the police investigated the omnibus, this compartment was full of driver's items. Secondly, we have the smear of blood on the edge of the skylight. As I've said, that was not present at the start of the trial this morning.
Unfortunately, Lord Van Zeeks, no one's able to corroborate your claims.
That's true. When the... God fucking damn it. When the omnibus was first built out, both the storage compartment and skylight were shut.
Accordingly, I'm afraid to say we cannot establish with any certainty if this evidence is a result of tampering or not.
Indeed, my lord. No doubt there was not a single person who saw fit to verify such things.
What do you think?
Sorry?
About the omnibus. Is there anything else unusual about the omnibus?
I have no idea, but I've got to have an inkling. That's what the fucking thing says. My lord.
Yes, Counsel.
There's one further inconsistency. A mark that surely could not have been present at the start of the trial. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't remember seeing the blood on the floor either.
What in the devil's name are you going to say now? If you dare to betray...
Objection. Silence, McGilded. The court awaits the defense's clarification.
This trial keeps swinging one way then the other. I have no idea what's the truth and what's deception. What am I supposed to believe now?
I shall ask you to elaborate, Counsel.
Yeah, the blood on the floor I didn't fucking see before. Which I'm looking at the walkthrough, but I definitely remember like not seeing that shit. And it looks fresh too. That was another thing. Yeah, he made no mention of it. And then yeah. If you consider the victim fell through the skylight into the floor of the cabin, you'd certainly expect to find signs of blood where he landed. But as far as I recall, this blood stain on the cabin floor was not there when the omnibus was first brought into the courtroom.
Good lord! Yes, I do believe you're correct, Counsel.
Well said. Although, as advocate for the defense, one might say that was a very careless slip of the tongue.
I believe the bloodstain on the floor is a decisive piece of evidence. But if the question of whether or not that evidence is genuine, or whether or not it was unlawfully fabricated by someone, I feel compelled to admit there's at least a possibility that the evidence is fake. I mean, I'm all about pursuing justice.
The trial is over.
Mr. McGilded?
I've done everything I possibly can to cooperate with the court, but 'tis all over now.
But you're the defendant.
'Tis over, I tell you. Memory, recollection, what people think they saw, 'tis all nonsense. Fact are what count, and the fact is that bloodstain is there now.
Well,
And over the course of this desperate trial, long and extremely drawn out as it has been, that good-for-nothing Reaper of the Bailey has failed to present any decisive evidence at all. I'm scandalised, so I am. I thought better of Lord Van Zeeks. Well, my lord, I must concur with the defendant. The unaffirmed recollection of this individual cannot stand as evidence. At this moment in time, the very particular bloodstain in question is very much in existence, and in the absence of any credible method by which to prove its alleged previous non-existence, I regret to say that it would be improper for this trial to continue.
your lordship can't be serious.
Lord Van Zeeks, what is your position?
The prosecution, my lord, has no further witnesses or evidence to present.
Very well. In that case, I believe we explored every possible avenue in this matter. I shall proceed to my adjudication. As a formality, I am of course obliged to confirm with the defense first.
What formality?
As things stand at the moment, it would seem that Mr. McGilded will be found not guilty,
Yes.
which would mean we've won.
Is that really the right outcome here? Is it really alright for the trial to come to an end now with all these unexplained inconsistencies?
Counsel for the defense, your closing statement, please.
Yes, my lord. The defense believes... Dude, and the fucking walkthrough says I can pick anything here. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna say he's innocent. I'm gonna say the defendant is innocent. Because clearly he's not. But on the realist of shit, I kind of want to do more cases. I want to win. As Mr. McGilded's legal representative. I can't breathe. The air in here is stifling. I'm this man's defense lawyer. There's only one thing I can say in this situation. I believe the defendant, Magnus McGilded, to be innocent of the allegations brought against him. I mean, to be fair, though, it's right. Like, I don't think he did it.
Thank you, counsel.
That's just my thoughts, though. That's just me.
Here's to you, my Nepalese friend, and the most abject closing I've yet to hear in a court of law.
Order! Oh, it was a grand decision to appoint you as my lawyer, so it was. A grand decision. You've saved one of London's most influential gentlemen, fella. You should be proud of yourself. Here, have this for your troubles. Oh, your job here's done, fella, and some fine work you've done, so you have.
What do you mean?
'Tis just as the right honourable gentleman so succinctly put it before. The trial can't go on anymore. And your closing argument there was, how do you put it now, nothing more than a formality.
We don't know what to make of all this. Was the evidence we've seen genuine, or was it all fake?
His lordship would be fuming. Any unsightly rubbish should be disposed of promptly, as I said. The stinking rich are always guilty of something. You mark my words. I feel terribly ashamed of Daddy, that lovely man he gave us the lovely perk. Now that proceedings have unfolded in this way, I'm compelled to declare a premature end to this trial. Furthermore, the court must accept the defendant's plea.
Ayo.
I thank you kindly, my lord. I hereby pronounce the verdict. I hereby pronounce the verdict of this court.
Objection! But we still haven't determined if the blood stain in the omnibus is genuine or not. We don't know if these witnesses are telling the truth or a pack of lies. We have no idea about the truth.
Lord Van Zeeks,
My lord,
the case made by the prosecution was flawed, plain and simple. If indeed the omnibus present as evidence was tampered with, the prosecution is at fault for allowing such a disgraceful perversion of justice to take place.
my sincerest apologies, my lord.
Objection. But wait. When we were evacuated from the courtroom, Lord Van Zeeks ordered the evidence to be secured.
I'm afraid the prosecution cannot shun responsibility in this matter.
That's so unfair.
The culpability of the defendant has not, at the present time, been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment.
What?
Well, Lord Van Zeeks, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't ask for a better defence.
You mean to tell me this has all been a grand waste of time?
'Tis the law of the land, my good man. If you'd like to pursue this matter further, you can always go ahead and try to change the law.
Magnus McGilded,
Good grief, you've more to say to me, have you?
just one thing. A warning. This is far from over.
Well, something to be looking forward to then. I hereby pronounce the defendant, Mr. Magnus McGilded, not guilty.
We did it. Did we actually just clutch? I think that's the, clutchest trial we've had since Edgeworth. On the realest shit, because they always start out where you're just cooked. That's why we're the asshole doing it. I can't believe it. This is an outrage. They should have examined the evidence more. What are you talking about? The man's been cleared. He's innocent. That's nuts. That's actually crazy. With the courtroom in pandemonium for the second time that day, the judge delivered his verdict. And my first ever trial in Great Britain came to an abrupt end, with the defendant being found not guilty, ostensibly a victory for us. I mean, I'll fucking take it. I will gladly take it, bro.
That certainly was a long trial.
Yes, it was.
Your first ever trial on foreign soil and your first victory. It was a wonderful performance. My heartfelt congratulations.
And to you, Miss Susato, thank you for your assistance. I suppose we should be happy. The trouble is, we're still completely in the dark about what actually happened.
Well, we didn't have enough time.
But isn't it wrong? I mean, who was actually responsible for Mr. Mason's death? We don't even know that.
The sole aim of the defense is to obtain a verdict that exonerates the defendant. You carried out your duty to perfection.
Aye, to that you did!
Mr. McGilded. Ah, and that girl's with him, too. It's gotta be like his daughter or some shit.
Well, it seems the stories are true.
Oh, what stories?
About the 6 enormous fireworks they do be letting off when there's a verdict and not guilty. I'm sure you must have seen them now. Spectacular, wouldn't you say?
Yes, definitely.
I'd heard it was a sight to behold, and it sure was. And I have to thank you, and I have you to thank, I suppose, for having an opportunity to see it.
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not really sure I did anything.
What on earth you saying, fella? How'd I walk out of there a free man then?
I don't think it was so much thanks to me as down to your planning.
You're a straight-talking fella, aren't you? I must say you had me astray in the head for once or twice. But you're young and headstrong. That is water under the bridge.
Congratulations, Mr. McGilded, on having your name cleared.
But nothing's resolved. So we get our 1,000 fucking guineas?
There's only one thing that matters to me.
Oh.
Aye, they've all seen that I didn't do that odious and abstinent deed. 'Tis grand, is it not?
I suppose it is.
Now the fine fellas at Scotland Yard can take matters in hand and sort out any wee details. They'll see it for what it is, they'll get to the truth. I have absolute faith in them, so I have, after all, I do be providing a good number of their wages with all the taxes I pay.
It's not that funny.
So then, as we agreed beforehand, 1,000 guineas for your troubles, fella.
Oh, no, I couldn't possibly accept that much.
I'll be waste. You're a humble people, are you? You from the east. Well, if you insist. But have this, still in all, you deserve a reward.
Mr. Magnus McGilded. Everything is ready, sir, if you'd like to follow me into the courtroom.
Into the courtroom?
What's this, officer? 'Tis sooner than I was led to believe.
I hope it's not inconvenient, sir. There are some changes to the schedule.
Well, I must be making tracks now. 'Tis time for the inspection.
Sorry, what inspection?
They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself.
They're going to examine it again now?
Naturally, I'm under no obligation to take a part any more in this matter now, but as an upstanding member of London society, I do be doing my best to help where I can. 'Tis a gentleman's duty, so it is. So then, fairly well. 'Twas an absolute pleasure meeting yous. I hope you have a whale of a time while you're studying here in Great Britain.
That 1,000 guineas would have been life-changing, bro. There he goes, a free man. Oh, I forgot she was here too. No, not point blank like that. Can we stop her at all?
They move!
Whereas I want to say get a move on. It really does take forever to load that thing. Miss Lestrade, would you mind putting that thing down?
You're a grown-up.
Sorry?
I hate all grown-ups.
Ah, there you are. Who the fuck is that?
Ah, there you are! Naughty, running off like that!
Is this some kind of picnic? Who's this little girl now?
And taking that with you as well! I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher! Ah! Oh, do you want to play? You won't beat me!
Excuse me, but who are you?
Oh, good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine.
The inventor?
Marble smoke grenades are so dull, don't you agree? White, and more white. If you have to be shrouded in smoke, it could at least be a pretty color, I thought to myself.
Do you have to be shrouded in smoke, though? Like, at all?
I just took my eyes off it for a moment whilst I was changing into a different omnibus, and she pinched it. Luckily, I fitted it with a telegraphic beacon.
What's it now? I have no idea what this girl's talking about.
Anyway, you're coming with me now, back to my laboratory.
What? What for?
To apologize, of course, silly. To my technician.
What, you mean say sorry?
You must say sorry when you've done something wrong. Surely an adult has told you that before.
An adult? I don't listen to no adults.
Come along then, follow me.
Forever your way.
Oh, good. You see, I knew you wanted to do the right thing in the end.
I'm fairly sure what she wants not is to get shot by that massive gun of yours.
I'll be leaving now then. Bye-bye. I'm so sorry for all the fuss.
She was a lively one. Oh, these little fucking troublemakers, dude. It's like what? Because I guarantee one of those two fucking killed this guy. And the first one was some like British chick, and this one, hey, dude, why is it always like fucking little girls killing these people? Can we not get like a big scary murderer?
Well, do you think perhaps we gotta be on our way now too?
Yes, you're right, but where to? We haven't had time to find a place to stay. No sooner had we arrived than we had to rush here. Our traveling cases are still with the bailiff.
I was originally planning to spend today in search of lodgings.
But at this late hour in the day, I'm afraid we may be out of luck.
Don't worry though, I have a plan. If worst comes to worst, I've heard of a lovely park where we can spend the night.
Please tell me you're not thinking of a gilded park.
I know it may be a little chilly this time of year, but our youthfulness will see us through.
I'm not so sure about that. I think a midwinter London night will freeze a young person solid just as easily as an elderly one.
Oh dear, that doesn't sound agreeable.
I'm starting to regret turning Mr. McGilded down. That 1,000 guineas would have paid for a lovely warm room or mansion. So what the fuck are we gonna do? Just like freeze to death? And so the trial to determine my worthiness for the study tour was over by the end of our first day in London. However, as we were soon to learn, there were more trying times ahead. Just as the Reaper of the Bailey had warned, the case was far from over. Oh shit.
What's going on? Get the fire brigade! Water! Bring water, quick!
Wait.
How did this happen? I don't know, sir. By the time I got here, it was already engulfed. No one
Wait.
was supposed to be allowed in here before we started.
He's
investigating.
burning it.
No. Oh, good God.
Who's in there?
There's someone in there.
Who is it?
This can't be.
Why does he have a scar? That's not what I imagined the judge sounding like, though. I really did think I was spot on with my voice, but alright. And there it is. That's the end of the fucking episode. That's crazy, though. And then we got another, the Realm of the Reaper. Yeah, let me save the game, because that's the end of episode 3. We only got, what, 4 and 5 left? I'm going to go ahead and end the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time where we start trial number 4. Thank you, and bye-bye.